Lawrence?
For sure. So for the start, coming to Lawrence was a huge decision for me. Like, they jumped on me as soon as I hit the portal, and I felt like it was a good idea. I communicated with Coach O, Coach Lipo, Coach Simpson, a lot of the coaches. We actually had a meeting, and my parents actually liked it. Like, this is the first time my parents actually loved the school and felt like it was a perfect fit. I never been this far from home, so it was a lot to adapt to. But my mom said I could do it because about where I'm from, I'm a product of my environment. I can adapt to anywhere and do anything if I put my mind to it. And as you see now, we building a culture. It's going good. And the whole team is different. The vibe is different. What I was told is what we're doing now, actually. So none was a flaw or none was a lie.
A lot of new guys like yourself coming in, more
Yeah, it's a
good
whole
players.
lot of new guys that's coming in. You know, the transfers that came in, I say they worked their butts off. Those guys worked their butts off for sure.
For you, what was the adaptation process like? Obviously, you get to go through spring practice, but how was just adapting to the new level and a new school?
Adapting to a new level, that wasn't really much of a problem because I'm a competitor regardless. I'm always going to compete. But adapting to a new, bigger school was me being able to communicate more, I would say. Communicate more, get myself out there and just talk to other people. Like, usually it was just me and football at Miami, just me and football and the players. Now it's everybody, the media, the fans, and people like that. Just being more intrigued, doing community service and stuff like that now.
And what do you feel like you bring to the defense from the DN spot?
I bring pass rush, I bring more aggressivity, more power. And I say, shoot, I turn our defensive line up. We stand on business.
Just talk about your technique and what's made you successful in the past on those offensive tackles.
I say my technique was made me best at defensive end. My pass rushing is my speed, my get off, my power, and my aggressiveness.
Have you watched tape of Kyron? A lot of people kind of said, hey, you're going to replace the guy that was pretty fast off the ball, but just have you looked at him?
Yeah, I actually watched some of Kyron highlights. You know, we basically almost watch that every day when we watch the film, like for other games and stuff like that. He was a pretty fast guy, but I pursue to be better than Kyron, not the same as Kyron.
Did you know coming in that Kansas sort of needed pass rush? Is that something that was communicated to you?
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely knew that they were losing one of their best defensive ends, which is Kyron, and I was coming up here to replace him.
For you in the defensive end rooms, who are some of the other guys that have kind of caught your attention during camp?
I'd say Caleb Sampson, Jeremy, Malcolm, and Zion DeBose. The reason I say those guys because they are the ones who really informed me on new things, like new moves, like you could do this, and develop my thought process on the field. Because I never was the type of guy to look out or look at wide receivers on the outside or anything. Now I'm intrigued and looking at everything around my surroundings.
Is it a similar scheme here to what you guys ran at Miami, Ohio? Is it kind of the same, like the role you have here, is it similar to the one you had there, or how does that work?
I would say it's kind of different because I drop more. I'm more of a drop defensive end and a pass rushing defensive end. I had to learn coverages and stuff like that, so that developed my game even more. So it's just a little bit different from Miami.
And here it's more pass rush focused, kind of being the boundary end.
Yeah, pass rush focus, you know, stopping the run, make sure I stop in the run, and make sure I know my zones when it's time to drop.
Is there anybody at the next level you emulate your game after, or you see yourself similar to?
I would say Micah Parsons.
Okay.
Yeah, him. I say T.J. Watt. I like T.J. Watt. I always compare myself to him. And J.J. Watt. I say I compare myself to him because I always like how he be aggressive off the edge and stuff like that, big guy. So I always think I'm the big guy on the field, even though I'm not, you know. So yeah, other than that, who else? Is it another one? Nah, I just stick with those right there.
Pretty good comps.
For sure.
I think when you look at some of the highlights from Miami, Ohio, a lot of really good technique moves, things like that. Where does that come from, kind of the refined skill set you have?
I say those come from really my coach, Coach Mason. He coaches for Went Woods, a D-line coach for Went Woods. But to start it off, I say my father. My father, like, he knew a lot about football, and his favorite sport was basketball. But we would usually watch YouTube videos and stuff like that and work on it. He just gave me his thought process on how I should move. And he always say use more finesse with your play. So, sure.
You mentioned